Welcome back to my channel. My name is Bolaon, and today's video focuses on section 2 of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. In one of my previous videos, we completed a detailed look at the section 1, which officially ends at Chainage 47.7. Right here from Eleko, section 2 begins, stretching for 55.7 kilometers. When you add both sections together, we are already talking about almost 100 kilometers of completed and ongoing coastal highway corridor. That alone puts into perspective how massive this project is. Right now, we are at Eleko, and what you are seeing here is extremely important. This is where a flyover bridge is being constructed to link section 1 directly into section 2. At the moment, there are still gaps left for bridge works, but immediately after that, we already have paved roads, which is where construction activity has progressed to. This transition zone tells us two things. The connection between sections is already planned. Work is progressing in phases, not randomly. This approach helps prevent future disruptions when the entire corridor is finally opened. There is a lot happening here, as you will notice as we drive through. You can see heavy-duty trucks moving in and out, construction vehicles actively working, earth-moving equipment ahead of us. Some of the trucks you see on this road are not just using the road, they are working on the road. From what we can observe, sandfilling is still ongoing further ahead, and materials are being moved in stages as the work progresses. One major difference between section 1 and section 2 becomes very obvious at this point. One major advantage of section 2 is the terrain. Compared to section 1, which involved shoreline protection, waterlogged areas, complex soil conditions, this axis is relatively flatter and more stable. That means faster earthwork, easier compaction, less engineering intervention. Another key factor is development density. Most of this area is not yet fully built up, which reduces community displacement, traffic diversions, compensation complexities. That combination, easier terrain and fewer settlements, is a big advantage for this section. This means that construction here should progress faster. As of now, the paved road ends around Chainage 57, which is where we are able to drive to with less interruptions. That gives us roughly 9 kilometers of paved section within this part of section 2 at the moment. Beyond this point, we will be unable to drive on the highway as access becomes limited due to ongoing construction within this axis, which is why the drone becomes essential for understanding what lies ahead. From above, the project becomes much clearer. You can see sandfilling stretching for about 2 kilometers. Well-defined sand compartments, straight, disciplined alignment. Beyond the sandfill zones, there is a visible transition to gravel layers, which usually come right before the stone base and paving stages. This tells us the project here is not at ground zero, it is progressing systematically. Also, we can see the coastal highway begins to run almost parallel to the Lekki Deep Sea Port access road around this axis. In some places, the distance between both roads is just few meters. This section is strategically important because it serves the deep sea ports, the Lekki Free Trade Zone, Dangote Refinery, heavy industrial and logistic traffic. The coastal road here will significantly reduce pressure on the existing access roads. As we move closer to the Dangote Refinery entrance, the alignment becomes more sensitive. According to project information, a flyover bridge is planned around this axis. The reason is straightforward. This area has continuous truck movements. Stopping refinery traffic would be costly. The coastal highway needs uninterrupted flow. So guys, we have another paved section right here at the section 2 of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, and this is after the Lekki Free Trade Zone and the Dangote Refinery section. So this place is the old Lekki town. For those who know this area very well, this is the old Lekki town, and we have paved section of the highway here. The paved section coming from Eleko actually stopped just before we get to the Free Trade Zone, which I've been able to show you. Around Chainage 75, the paved section appears again. Right here, the signage clearly shows 76. This tells us that construction has progressed in multiple disconnected segments, which will later be joined into a continuous highway. Despite the festive season, work is still ongoing. You can see active paving, equipment on site, workers fully engaged. This tells you one thing: this project is being pushed hard. No slowing down, no festive pause. One thing I notice here, and you might notice it too, is that the median is much narrower compared to other sections. This raises an important question about the rail component of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. Earlier plans indicated that a railway line will run between the two carriageways, which is why we have enough spaces between the highway in previous sections. However, in this Lekki Free Trade Zone axis, there is no visible provision for rail tracks in the median. The available width appears insufficient. At the moment, it is unclear how the railway will be integrated here. It may follow a separate alignment or shift outside the highway corridor entirely. This is something we continue to monitor as the project evolves. As we move towards Chainage 90 up to Chainage 100, which takes us into Ise and onward to Ode-Omi, linking section 2 to Ogun State, what we see is mostly stone-based road alignment. This suggests sandfilling is largely completed. The road is structurally getting ready for paving. Rebar's installation should be done here in a couple of weeks. The paving equipment we saw earlier will most likely be here in the coming weeks or months. And with that, we've come to the end of section 2 of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. This video also marks the last video on this channel for the year. I want to sincerely thank every single one of you for watching, for sharing, for commenting, for supporting this journey. This channel exists because of you. As we wrap up the year, I want to wish everyone a happy and prosperous 2026. A new year, more roads, more documentation, more stories to tell. Thank you for riding with me, and I will see you in the next one, which will be in 2026.